Greyfax gritted through the pressure. That's what it felt like. Pressure. Like an over-atmosphered module on a void ship or diving deep into liquid sea. Too fast with a rebreather. She felt like she was being pressed to death with stones, like a vice around her temples were closing and the plates of her skull were about to slide loose. Still, she reached out with the will, battering her psychic presence against the nearly physical force of a pylon emanations. Grah! She growled. Spittle dripped down her chin and onto her armor, using her anger, the disdain that had always fueled her to cross any boundary and go any distance. This Imperium disgusted her. She had no idea what had been allowed to happen during her captivity in Tarazin's gallery, but clearly things had gone far off the rails. There were space marines of the Adeptus Astartes revealing in their fall to base mutations, Mechanicus Worthies consenting to pollute themselves by partnership with heathen allies, hellfire spirits that were of the warp as much as the demons they fought. And worst of all was the false woman. Greyfax refused to call her a saint, her form encased in golden armor and razored wings flaring behind her, light shining on her resolute features, both fine and strong with a blush of blood on the cheek, her lips wine purple. A mesmerizing face, Greyfax admitted, which was why the adulterous soldiers had fallen for her. But worst of all was that expression of serenity, as if this girl knew the galaxy and what it had to offer. As though a suit of power armor, an old sword, a pair of wings, and a few mad visions showed her the true nature of the cosmos. Even as she lay defeated and bleeding on the stones, her ceramite body carved open by Abaddon's blade, her sword upraised in both stoic defiance and acceptance of martyrdom, she remained serene, even as the talon of Horus pinned her shoulder to the rock, ready for the execution stroke of the despoiler's blade. Never. Greyfax would not let her have that death. This so-called saint would not be gaining immortality through the quills of hagiographers and chapel cults. No. Greyfax would question her, get her on the stand, and expose her for what she was. This heretic fraud was hers to break. Locking her teeth, she slammed her will across the chamber like an open hand, gripping it around the despoiler's cranium, her psychic self feeling his marble-coated skin and the rough tickle of his top knot. Then she squeezed, channeled the pain and pressure of the environment from her own consciousness to his, made her own agony and discomfort an attack as she forced him to feel it with her. Greyfax was not a transhuman demigod. She had not fought across 10,000 years, but Greyfax knew how to handle pain, and she bet she could bear it more than even a war master of chaos. Across the cavern, Abaddon staggered, his spearing thrust with the demon blade foiled as he rocked backwards, shaking his head. The connection broke, triggering a psychic snapback that stung her like an ice pick to the eye. The scowling face, unmarked and full of righteous anger, turned towards her. Away from her, Greyfax snapped, raising her condemner bolt gun. She's mine.